scared, don't be shy. Jolene can't wait to meet you for a trailer park Christmas. The Trailer Park Way, with a brand new recipe every day. Sending videos from her trailer. Yeah. She is Jolene Sugarbaker. She is Jolene Sugarbaker. Come and spend the holidays the Trailer Park Way. Merry Trailer Park Christmas. Merry Trailer Park Christmas. Hooray!
Hi there, Trailer Park fans. It's Jolene Sugarbaker, the Trailer Park Queen. And welcome to the Trailer Park Rumpus Room. And welcome to the Trailer Park Christmas 2018 first chat of the season. Yes, this is just a way for me to get to know you better and for you to get to know me, because some of y'all, this is your first Trailer Park Christmas, and I've been doing this for about, I don't know, over 10 years. So I've got lots of recipes that you can look up on the internet and find out, because I get letters all the time, which I do love, of like, Jolene, why don't you do the one with strawberries and pretzels and it's a dessert? And well, I did that one, like, I don't know, it's like 6 or 7 years ago, and that one is a special recipe, and that one is one that should be shared down your family, because that is one of those ones that's a tradition. And speaking of tradition, I've got lots of new recipes for this year's Trailer Park Christmas, and I've got 25 days of videos, and I've got a calendar which you should download. It is free on trailerparkchristmas.com, and you should print it out and put it on your fridge so you know which video comes out for the day. And I don't know, I sometimes sit on the couch eating cookies, so I don't know what time the video will be put up. So hit the notification bell, hit the like on the page, whatever you have to do wherever you're watching this video, whatever function it is or trademarked or whatever it is, make sure that you know when the video's up by doing whatever it asks you to do. I don't know what it's so complicated, really it is. But I am coming to you from the trailer park. That is a miracle too. But we've already done one recipe already, and that was an Instapot recipe. I know that some of y'all don't have one. That is okay. And it's just something to look at. I know that I don't have some gadget. Well, I have a lot of kitchen gadgets, which you'll see every now and then with me. And I've got to put that in the calendar. I'm so excited about it. We've got lots of recipes. But we actually, with the Instapot one, it was a mac and cheese. It fixed really quick. And I don't know, I showed it to some people and then they're like, wow, that is artery clogging. There we go. And yes, it is. It's probably in moderation, but maybe on a buffet table of people that you know, can casually eat that kind of stuff with that. Just don't tell my doctors with that. But we have lots of recipes that are coming up that are a mixture of tradition. We've got a gelatin kind of recipe, because we all know that gelatin, that means holiday in my world. And we always have to have one of those, and things that you can give away as gifts, because it's hard out there, and using things that are in your cabinets, what a better way to make a gift. And that is so exciting to do, and make a homemade gift from things that are in your cabinet. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the next few days here every day. I am crazy for that, but I do love spending the holidays with you. And I do ask questions on my social media, and ask people what they want to know about Trailer Park Christmas. And I asked what people wanted me to talk about on this first chat, and one of the first things were cookie exchanges, and that is apparently a big thing. And cookie tables, there was one, I was just invited to a wedding, and there's a very detailed thing about a cookie table. But cookie exchanges, and people are making fancier cookies these days, and I can barely make a star sugar cookie without it looking like a broken syrup. I don't know. I've got every cookie cutter underneath the sun with that. But yeah, cookie exchanges. What are y'all doing with cookies lately? What's your favorite cookie? I don't know. Mine is, it's a very thin cookie. It's a holiday. I'm going to have to look up that recipe. We're going to have to do that. That'll be a surprise. Maybe on the Chef's Choice. There's a Chef's Choice that is on there. Maybe what I would love your all's opinion about which one I should do with that. Because these shows are not pre-taped. Surprisingly, people are always like, Jolene, you do this every year. You wait till the last minute. Why don't you pre-tape these? And I'm like, that's not fun, because there could be like a meteor or something like that, and I could not talk about that in the series. And people are like, oh, she's just clueless of the meteor with that. No, we don't need to talk about that around Christmas, but really, I don't. It's an interesting way that this is happening, you know, this month of December, and I'm so glad to share it with you. And we need a little Christmas, and especially some trailer park Christmas with that. Eli wants to know, a Christmas cake, traditional or a modern twist? We just saw some recalls on some mixes, so we're going to have to make our own this year, maybe. That is maybe a cake. I do like the spice kind of flavors around this holiday season. I don't know about you all, but I do like the spice, allspice, cinnamon especially, that with that in the mix with that. But maybe more traditional, maybe that is a cinnamon allspice type cake. We'll have to take a look at that. Then everyone is all into the Christmas cakes apparently, according to the thing. I don't really, you know, I do love a strawberry cake, and I know that it's not the time of season with that. We have a frosty frozen pie coming up on one of the days. I do love a frosty pie around. I don't care if it's snowing. I do love a frosty pie with that. Let's see. Christmas party appetizer, Susan wants to know about. And best desserts to bring to a Christmas party. There is, I really think that this gelatin recipe coming up, Susan, that this is going to be, you're going to take it to the office and people are just going to talk about it in more than one way. It is surprising, and I don't want to spoil it, but it is coming up, and I think that it's something that needs to come back. I saw that there was a need for it, and I think that it's going to be something that would go great maybe to a Christmas party, and especially, you'll have to take a look at that. It's coming up here. Potluck dishes. We do have quite a few interesting things to take the potluck dishes, Katie. And I see that they do have a few things on the calendar coming up here that I'm excited to do. I'm just really, you know, some of these are on a quick night, and especially the pasta we just did the other day, that was quick and easy. The casseroles, I'm going to be working on those. I do need to come up with a few more for you, especially on these nights that are just, you know, running around crazy, and prices of food out is getting astronomical, and we really need to cut the budget. So, and maybe something healthier, because my doctors have been harassing me. Well, not harassing me, they're just like, you better do that or you won't be able to. They're like, you need to do yoga, and I'm like, well, throw some pennies on the floor and you'll see me stretching, or some quarters, really, with that. I don't know, but we'll talk about that later. White elephant gifting. Now, you should be mindful, especially the hard times that people are going through. Make sure you have a budget, and maybe something from your home already, something that wasn't used or something. Maybe that would be funny with that. But that is a question that maybe you have to ask the whole group ahead of time. You don't want to embarrass anybody, but maybe a $5 budget. That's probably something good that you could do with a gifting, especially around people that you might not know all the way, especially around the holidays. So be sure to be mindful of other people with that. let's see, Christmas like for like me as a child. Linda wants to know, like a child. Well, I loved books, so I did like books, especially next to my stocking. I don't know, that just reminded me of Christmas. And I did, you know, even though I was in a trailer, I was a spoiled child, and I did get the latest, craziest things, and especially on the Black Friday sales back in the crazy times. Well, they're always crazy, but I do have very fond memories growing up, and especially on a budget too. I never wanted for a thing. It just happened, and it just is. I'm glad, and I had, not many of y'all know, I am a heart patient, and I do have, I did have a surgery called tetralogy of Fallot, and I've talked about that before, and that's why, you'll see a lot of hearts in my videos with that. And that's why we talk about the doctors, because they're like, oh, she's doing that again with mayonnaise and, you know, whatever in the ingredients. But we'll talk about that again soon. And cookie ornaments, we did one year here on Trailer Park Christmas that it was made out of glue and cinnamon, and I still have it up, and it smells like cinnamon. It was definitely something that was a great ornament to make for people. I do love it. It's something that you should look up, and it makes a great ornament. And I don't know if I would use regular cookies, especially if they fall apart with that. Let's see, how to fit a Christmas tree in the double wide. Well, most of them are, you know, the ones you can take apart, and you can just kind of shove them through the front door, and that way it will be Trailer Park Christmas for you, especially the ones that you can put lights on, like the one with the light away, and it's aluminum, and it's great. Definitely love those for the trailer. I certainly do love spending the holidays with y'all. I do love checking in with these chats, and you should download the calendar, because I've got lots of recipes, and I do love reading about your comments, so be sure to leave those on my pages, and I could answer yours next too. And I'm so excited to share with you recipes. I've got a great surprisingly one for the people on the keto diet. I know that you all are like, I am not on that diet, and I'm not going to watch it. Well, guess what? This recipe is one that you can actually eat too, and you'll be surprised. And I've got a cake, and I got gelatin. I've got all sorts of things for you coming up on Trailer Park Christmas 2018. So download the free calendar at trailerparkchristmas.com. It's lots more recipes, lots more crafts, lots more tips and tricks on how to live the Trailer Park way during the holidays. I certainly do love spending the holidays with you, and I'll certainly see you back tomorrow and till the 25th too. Merry Trailer Park Christmas. I'm Jolene Sugarbaker, the Trailer Park Queen. Bye-bye.
Slap on all your blue eyeshadow.